I'm Dr. Ingrid, the modern MD. I'm a board certified psychiatrist specializing in adolescent and adult mental and physical wellness. I'm located in Pearl River, New York, and I am affiliated with Uscape Rejuvenation, alternative medicine and therapeutic spa. To schedule a consultation with me, you can reach me by email at info@montgomerypsych.org. Also, you can follow, like, subscribe, and connect with me on Instagram at Montgomery Psych, also Facebook at Healing Music MD, and YouTube channel, The Modern MD with Ingrid Montgomery. I want to thank everyone for joining me. This is the first time that I am trying to stream from two platforms, which is IG and Facebook at the same time. And this is our first Freestyle Friday therapy. So thank you so much for joining me. I would like to start to just talk about a little bit about our topic today, which is anxiety and anger, and how we will manage our anxiety and our anger. Each Friday, we'll be meeting on this platform to discuss various topics that will align ourselves to go throughout the next week and just revisit the affirmation we've had for the previous week. And this previous affirmation was, I am strong, I am beautiful. And today, the topic is anxiety and anger. So, what is anxiety? What is anger? And why are they connected? Well, a lot of times we see people who suffer from being just mean and hateful, irritable, short-tempered, as we see them as just being angry individuals. Well, underneath it all is underlying anxiety. If we take a look, and I can give you an illustration of an animal, when you see that a trapped animal is fearful, what's the first thing that that animal does? Lashes out in a way of anger just to defend themselves. So a lot of times people, we don't have the proper coping techniques or defense mechanisms when we have anxiety, and it definitely can come through as being irritable, or one can say that you have anger issues. So to move forward, I want to talk about some of the exercises that can be done when you are faced with anxiety, or people are saying you have an anger problem, or why are you so mean? Well, it could be a number of medical and psychological illnesses that could possibly cause one to manifest these particular emotions. But today we're going to focus in only on anxiety and how anxiety is connected to anger. By no means is this live to give any medical advice. It is educational only, and I'm so happy again that you've joined me. So here we are. This is my sacred, safe place. I've invited you into my therapy studio, is what I like to call it. I am a musician by hobby. It's not my full-time job, but I enjoy music, and that's the way that I have taught myself to heal. This has been a trying year for all of us in various aspects. Some individually have faced issues mentally, emotionally, medically, whatever the case may be, financially. And then collectively, we all have had our fair share of the pandemic and the rising politics and the civil unrest and everything that is surrounding us. So, what do we do to kind of escape from the day to day and understand where we lie with our emotion? The first exercise that I would like for you to understand is called a mental exercise. I invite everyone to try this. It is basically when you get up in the morning, before you're in contact with anyone, check yourself. Meaning, understanding at that moment, what is the first thought that comes up in your mind in the morning? What is that first emotion that arises out of you in the morning? Even before you say good morning to anyone, I want you to just take a pause and think about what's on my mind right now, and what am I feeling? After you do that, I want you to make a checklist and say, okay, I'm thinking of, I have to sit with my son or my daughter online schooling. I have to go to work today, not really feeling the weather. And because I'm thinking this, I'm anxious, or I'm a little upset or angry because I don't want to go into work, or I don't want to stay stuck in the house. Right then and there, once you've identified what your thoughts are, you've identified that emotion that you've attached with those thoughts, I want you to take hold of that and embrace that and acknowledge it. That's the first thing. After we acknowledge it, take a few minutes to kind of de escalate from that thinking. If you arise with negative thinking, to put it into more of a positive way of thinking. That's what we're talking about today. Now, if you wake up, on the right side of the bed and you have positive thinking and you're like, hey, good morning, today is great, then by all means, go for it. But still take that pause and understanding what is leading you to have that positive emotion. Is it the positive emotion on the backs of something that you're doing, something that the family is doing, something that you have on in your life? Take a pause. And I will want you also in that moment to be grateful and say, I am thankful that today I can get up and I have a positive way that I view myself. And maybe think of another person that may not have that same way of being positive. So maybe we can allow this to be a contagion where we can call someone to reach out that day to say, hey, I'm feeling good today. Let me let somebody else feel this goodness. I do want to say, I'm going to just take a quick pause. I have someone here with me who will assist me during this live. We're not going to hold you long, but if you have any questions or comments, I'm going to take a pause. I do want to answer them. And I do have someone here with me who's going to assist. I want to keep my eyes on the camera and my eyes on the prize so that we can reach this goal of de-escalating this anxiety and this anger and move into the next week. So let me get back to, so we got our mental exercise. We're thinking about what we're feeling. We're thinking about what we're thinking as soon as we get up in the morning. I want us to also think of it in a way of when you have this pause, that you are in the mindset of thinking of what you're doing in that moment. I don't care what happened last night. I don't care what happened 2 minutes or right when you woke up. Do not respond to anything. Allow yourself to just be in the moment, be mindful, gather your thoughts. I'll give you an example. For instance, a lot of people may think this is silly, but the bathroom. Most of us are fortunate enough where we don't have to share a bathroom each and every day. When you go into the bathroom, this is the perfect place. And I know if you have kids, time is limited because they may be knocking on the door or they may be wanting you to come and see, they may have needs. Take just a few minutes. And for an example, this is a mental exercise. You go into the bathroom and you notice that you have to wash your face, right? Well, you're washing your face, and I want you to just take note of the strokes. How does it feel? How does your hands feel against your face? What are you thinking in that moment as you are wiping your face, as you're brushing your teeth, those circular motions? Yeah, we've all been to the dentist, and the dentist said, you gotta brush around in circles, right? What are you thinking as you're going around, circling, like in your mouth? What are you thinking about? How are you feeling? Are you anticipating doom for the day? Are you anticipating something other than what you are exactly experiencing? Well, bring your mind back to that place and say, right now I am safe. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm feeling the strokes on my face and my skin feels nice or my skin feels whatever, but stay in the moment. This helps to ground you where you're not allowing your mind to just free flow and anticipate. And then anticipatory anxiety can really be the root of a lot of irritability and anger that one could see. Also, you're just in the moment, just thinking right there. What am I grateful for? Look in the mirror and make an affirmation. Today is my day. Today I will not have any fears. Today I woke up. Today I am grateful. So in being that and going through, this is called mindfulness. This is a mental exercise which helps a lot of people that deal with anxiety and anger. Let's move forward a little bit, talk about physical activity. Well, everyone knows about physical activity, right? Physical activity, oh, let's go to the gym, let's go for a walk. Well, guess what? Some of the gyms are closed. The weather will not allow most people to go outside, but being able to compartmentalize, especially if you're working from home, moving, getting up, look at your posture. That's very, very powerful. The strength and the power that's in the spinal cord. allows all of those energy and those endorphins and things that make us feel good to radiate, so that goes to our brain and sends a signal of contentment, of happiness, less anxiety. I looked over to my left just to see if we have any comments or concerns. We do. Let me just finish my one thought. And we may not be able to physically get up, or medically may not be able to move, but we can stretch. Stretching is so powerful. Being able to stretch, elongating our backs. And a lot of people don't have limbs. They don't have all four limbs. So guess what? You still can stretch by way of a smile. A lot of times people think of just physical strengthening or stretching, but what about those facial muscles? Smile. And I know we will mask a lot, but who cares? Still smile. Smile with your eyes. Smile with your thinking. Smile with your body. Body language is so important. So I'm going to put this pin right here as we talk about physical movement. What do we have?
Going back to bed is what I feel every morning.
Going back to?
So I think what the question he wants to ask is, what are any tips to help not feel so tired in the morning and not wanting to just crawl back in bed?
Ooh, that's a good point. So I'm going to say that because the questions that I will want to ask you is, are you getting quality sleep? What are you doing before bed? Are you making sure that you're getting that deep restorative sleep? Or are you getting that superficial sleep? Are you sleeping, enough hours? Because that too definitely can lead to anxiety and irritability if you're not getting enough sleep. So that's something I would want you to, and that's a very, very great question. I would want you to go back and consider, what are you doing right before bed? What are you doing to allow yourself peaceful rest? That's excellent. So thank you so much. Do we have any other questions?
Not yet.
Okay. So going back to physical activity also is very helpful in setting a schedule for the body, for allowing that release of dopamine and those endorphins again. You may not be able to afford a treadmill or have access to a gym, but again, by stretching, just by moving around, by changing your posture, by counting your steps, going from room to room, even though everything is happening like right there in the crux of everyone's home right now, but being able to move from room to room, doing jumping jacks if you're physically able to. And again, I'm not speaking to anyone who may be bedbound, but there's also you can touch yourself. You can give yourself those massages to loosen up those muscles every so often as you're there in bed if you cannot physically move. That releases a lot of tension. Anxiety will definitely cause muscle tension, and so we want to be aware of that. Now, imagination is another exercise, and people may say, what do you mean imagination? It's been an exercise for anxiety and anger. Imagination is so powerful in the way of being able to journal. Let's take that for example. And journaling is a way where you declog your brain of all of the many thoughts that may just be boom, 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 just going wild. Just grab a journal. This is something very simple. You can get it with what, a quarter, 50 cents, or your smartphone. You can use and just write down your thoughts. Write down your fears, write down your emotions, whatever it is that you may be feeling that is clogged here in your mind that's causing you not to function or has some negativity. Let's get rid of that energy by way of journaling. I can tell you that by us doing this each Friday, and again, I'm so thankful. Again, I am Dr. Ingrid, the Modern MD. If you've just joined us, and this is Freestyle Friday, so we're talking a little bit about various topics. Hinging on our weekly affirmations. And this week it is, I am strong and I am beautiful. And we're talking about anxiety and anger. We're talking about how we can manage that anger by imagination. And so for my healing of my anxiety, I love to journal. And the journaling that I will express is oftentimes through lyrics or music, or I may just begin to have a tune that resonates in my mind, a tune that helps to soothe my soul, breathing along with these words, breathing bringing forth that energy that I need to have my anxiety to subside, to have whatever mood that I may be in that is so palpable, that is so negative that I need to rid of it because it can become so debilitating and it can destroy your minute, your hour, and your day. And that's why we're here. It's the end of the week. We're going into the weekend, so let's freestyle this. Looking at journaling, you can go back and reread what you've written. Write it down. The second time you go back to read it again, it may sound differently. It may read differently. You may have a different way of thinking about it. So in journaling, I practice it, as I mentioned, and I use it to, in song, I use it to just free myself. And music is so beneficial. If you want to journal and you want to have your words to rhyme, listening to music and just being free spirited and just free flow with it will give you amazing benefits. Now, everyone is not, into music, but I can tell you I've seen the power of music. I've seen it move people who are in corners, who have been dealing with schizophrenia, or they're hearing voices. Once you turn music on, they come to life. They have more of a in-depth touch of reality versus out of touch of reality. So here, music is it. Music is it. And with Freestyle Fridays, I just want to say free form for some reason. Freestyle Fridays, it is about the musical aspect of it. If you can see behind me, I have my keys. I have what I consider like my fortress of when I need a break. I come into a room and just want to be free to breathe, free to just make music, free to make a sound. Sometimes you want to laugh to keep from crying. Sometimes you want to scream. Well, set up a place to do just that. That is part of imagination. Imagining that you're somewhere else, imagining that you are not plagued with anxiety, taking that escape, taking that release. Those efforts are what we're talking about today. I'm not going to hold you long because it's the middle of the day. You may have tuned in during your lunch hour or whatever you're doing, and I do appreciate it so very much. And I want to end with just having an affirmation and just going through an exercise of Freestyle Friday is what we'll call it, of breathing. And I would want you to say with me, I have no fear. I have no fear. I want you to just allow your hands to be at ease. Close your eyes if you can. Breathe in through your nose. Inhale. Allow your chest to rise. Exhale through your mouth. Notice your chest is falling. Let's do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say is Freestyle Friday. You can simply exhale. You can say whatever you want to say. You can do whatever you want to do. If your exhalation is a movement, then allow it to be a movement. If your inhalation is a positivity and it's a movement or a sound, allow it to come out. We're talking about healing for yourself so that you're able to heal others. We said, I have no fear. So our affirmation will be, I am healing. I am free. No anxiety. I am me. Free. I am healing. I am free. No anxiety. I am me. Free. I am healing. I am free. No anxiety. I am me. Free. That's what we have. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, we have 2 more questions.
I love questions.
So one is, could you give me some tips on how not to explode impulsively when I'm angry?
So I would like to know more about, are you able to identify the source of your anger? A lot of times when you get to the point of explosion and you have gotten to the point of being angry, you've missed the process. Here we're talking about being able to identify the process before you reach that level of anxiety, which produces itself as anger. So, in that particular moment, what you can do, I would say, if something is right before you, try to remove yourself from whatever that source of anger is. Taking a step back, going into the bathroom, going into another area, but excusing yourself after you realize what it is that's causing you the irritability and the anger. Once you're there, you can do something as simple as counting. I like to say you can also think of a song. This is the imagination that's coming into play. Because a lot of times when you're in the throes of something that's causing you anger, you have to remove yourself from that stimulus and allow an escape. Allow yourself to de-escalate. So that means removing yourself from the immediate thing that's causing you the anger, or taking yourself into a mental place. If you cannot get up from that place of the individual, say the individual sitting right next to you, or the thing, say you're in a meeting and something is being said or done to you, and you're almost paralyzed to the point where you're just so angry, and there's nothing that you can do. You can't get up, you can't move from the screen, you can't do anything to escape physically. Mentally, let's compartmentalize and use our imagination, meaning that think of a song, a happy song. I just thought of the song by Pharrell, "Cause I'm Happy." Something to just take you from that moment. Say a prayer. If you're a spiritual person, everybody is not, but if you have a belief in a higher power, allow that to come in and that peace to radiate on you within that moment. But what I would like for you to do, and that's a great, great question and comment that just was posed, is to try the next time not to get to that place where you're angry, because anger comes as something that's built up, and it can build up very, very fast. And as you've said, the impulsivity is there to strike out even by word or strike out by physical. And we definitely don't want that to happen. So taking note of what it is that's causing the anxiety. Again, if you need to go in more further details, you can always contact me at info@montgomerypsych.org. We can set up a consultation just to go through some of the things that could help you so that you're not getting to that level of being so impulsive that you're doing something that you would regret. We have any others?
Yeah, we have one more. The next person wants to know if there are any tips on how to break out of your shell a little bit when talking to people in public, or just getting back into the groove of getting back out there now that COVID is kind of going a little, but
Absolutely. So what I can say is getting back out there, just do what you can safely. So let me pose a scenario to you. Say that you've been in the home or you haven't been around others because you're fear of COVID. It's a real fear, okay? But if you have a fear of that you don't want to be around others due to you possibly being humiliated, or you feel that you may do something to embarrass yourself, this is called social anxiety. And so if you have social anxiety, there is different things that you can do in a stepwise fashion, because I don't want you to go into a crowd of people or go before people and we're not quite ready to build that. What I would say is take little baby steps and allow yourself each day a little challenge. Allow yourself, and say that if you haven't been on social media, to not to overflow yourself with social media, but to just check in, or maybe put a post out there to say good morning. Maybe no one will say anything back, but okay, it's okay. But at least you've done something to initiate or to break the ice of connecting to others. If social media is not your thing, but we all are here on social media, so by way we feel that it has some benefit, I would say that why don't you pick up the phone and call someone that you haven't spoken to in a while, just to say hello, because what you are feeling and what you've just described by way of your comment and question, guess what? We all feel that way. And we've all had to restart life over in a new way like never before. So know that you're not alone. And if you need further assistance, again, you can connect with me After the live, just send me an email, info@montgomerypsych.org, and we can set up a time for a consultation to help you to go through these various exercises to get you right back into the throw of things. But take baby steps. And when you get up, set a goal for each day. The most important thing that I would like for individuals to do, and I'm not sure if the person who posed this comment or question, if you have a set routine. I can tell you, having a set routine, getting up every morning, doing things throughout the day as much as you can on a schedule, and by all means, going to bed at night on time will help you to not have that anxiety, can help you to decrease that impulsivity, because you're training the body and you're training the mind to respond in a timely way, and you're exercising control. And at the root of anxiety is the lack of control. That is what anxiety is. The premise is when people don't have control, they get anxious. When you get anxious, then the anxiety builds to anger and irritability. And before you know it, the impulsivity is there and it's too late. And so today, that's what we're talking about. How not to get to that point of being to ever exploding, how not to get to that point of being angry, or how to handle our anxiety. So again, you can see it ticking across the line. And as we've said before, we've talked about today is exercise of the mind, body, and imagination. Mind, body, and imagination. We've gone through an exercise and we've repeated, I have no fear. I am healing. I am free. No anxiety. I am me. Free, free. I am healing. I am free. No anxiety. I am me. Free, free. This has been a Freestyle Friday with Dr. Ingrid. Again, to schedule a consultation, I can be reached by email, info@montgomerypsych.org. Please simply follow, like, subscribe, and connect with me on Instagram at Montgomery Psych, Facebook at Healing Music MD. YouTube channel is The Modern MD with Ingrid Montgomery. And I look forward to seeing you next Friday. The affirmation for next week is, each day I am bettering myself. I'm going to repeat, our affirmation for next week is, each day I am bettering myself. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope I did not take up too much of your time. Leave a comment. Again, follow the page. Give me ideas for next week. I also have posted on IG before any of our Freestyle Fridays. Shoot me an email. If it's something that a topic that is a burning desire that you want to go through, I'll be more than happy to speak about those things. But just know that these lives are not for any medical advice. It's for informational purposes only. And I do look forward to connecting with you. So hit me up, info@montgomerypsych.org. I'm on Instagram, again, Montgomery Psych, MONTGOMERYPSYCH. Facebook at Healing Music MD. And again, YouTube, The Modern MD with Ingrid Montgomery. So have a great day, and I hope that we are freestyling this Friday. Looking forward to next week with our affirmation of, each day I am bettering myself. And again, our mantra, I'm so excited. I can hardly talk. Our mantra moving forward is, I am healing. I am free. I am healing. I am free. No anxiety. I am me. We are free. We are free. We are free. And I want to put what I just said to some tunes next week so we can join in. By way, if anyone is listening to me, I would love for us all to eventually to maybe jump on a Zoom. I'm very musically oriented. I'm not the best. It is not my day job, but I like music, and I would love to do more of a rhythmic type of Freestyle Friday where I can play some stuff here on the piano, do some tunes, maybe we can get some people to come in with drumming, and hearing a rhythmic beat is very soothing. You hear that? It's like almost like a heartbeat. That's a lifeline. I want you just to keep that with you. I am free. 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 Free, free, free. I am free. See what y'all making me do. Free, free. I'm free. I am free. That lifeline, y'all hear that? I'm healing. I'm healing. I'm free. No anxiety. I am me. I am healing, no anxiety. I am free. I want y'all to take this lifeline with you for the rest of the week and say, I am free, no anxiety. I am free. Free, free, no anxiety. I am free. Thank y'all so much for joining me. And we will join next Friday for Freestyle Friday. Remember, our affirmation for next week is each day I am bettering myself. Thank you. This is Dr. Ingrid, the Modern MD. Have a great day.